Are you looking to promote and gain exposure for your product or service to the fishing community? We have an opportunity for you. Introducing the 2024 Midwest Crappie Alliance Shootout and Expo. We're coming to Sandusky, Ohio, and we'll be featuring a huge fishing expo with some of the industry's hottest and innovative fishing brands and products. Also, one of the largest crappie tournaments in the country, where nation's top crappie anglers compete head-to-head for a massive cash prize and trophy. Are you in? What is up, everybody? We're back with another one. Happy Wednesday, 8 o'clock on the dot. Not really, 8:02 p.m., Wednesday the 21st. Thanks for hanging with us. We got the crew here, y'all. We got Mr. Dan Elko in the house. We got Drew, a visitor here today, and we'll get into that as time progresses here. Keith as well, and Aaron. Dan, she's all yours, man. Take it.
Well, once again, Ricky, thanks for having Midwest Crappie Alliance on again. I think this is probably our fourth podcast. So, huge thank you to Ricky Cascray, everything he does to promote Midwest Crappie Alliance. As I always say, I would always want to thank all the directors and everything that they do, because it is a lot of hard work. So, thanks to Chad, Aaron, who's on, Darcy, Keith, who's on, Alan, Bill, Kristen, Margaret, so thanks for all your help, folks. It does take a lot of work. We work hard at what we want to do, and it's our passion, and we love it. So basically, I want to talk about a couple things. I'll kind of go through some of the stuff that we went through last month, just kind of recap, kind of let you know where our field is shaping up. So I'll go through that. We have some folks that we want to recognize today, which is Andrew from Sonar Shield. We'll get to him. And we have Keelan from Finn's Braided Line, who will be on in about 5 minutes or so. He just sent me a text. So we're looking forward to hearing about their companies and where they're at, what they're doing, and where they're going. So that's going to be awesome. So just a quick update around the expo. The CAD drawing, the expo, the participants, were locked and loaded with that. Bill and I were up there last month. We had a great visit with those folks. So it's shaping up to be something really cool and really fun. So everybody will have plenty of space. We have about 40 booth participants that's going to come to the show. So plenty of walking room, plenty of stuff to move around, so you guys will be in good shape. We talked about Aaron Gast, who's going to be the MC. He's from Fish USA. Looking forward to Aaron. They did send me a bio on Aaron, so I will post that on our Facebook page here real soon. And I do have some pictures, just meet and greet. Also, our weigh-in master, Greg. I'm going to call him Ruddy. Greg, I always screw up your last name, so I'm sorry. Keith, you'll have to help me. But Ruddy will be in there being the weigh-in master, so we're looking forward to that. So once again, our website is out there, MidwestCrappieAlliance.com. For anybody interested to fish the tournament, we're getting close. We're 2 months out, 2 months and 2 days to the not minute, second, but 2 months, 2 days to the registration meeting at the expo at Sandusky Bay. So excited about that. So go hop on the website, ask for an invite. If you want to fish it, ask for to be an expo participant. You can get on that. Ricky's kind of showing you right there. Some folks have asked about lodging. So lodging links are on the website. I also have some other links too as well if you're in desire of something else. I did post all the campgrounds on the Facebook page. So if you can't find that and you're interested in camping, I can be more than happy to send that to you personally, so you have all that. Entry fees are due, folks. $300 to fish the tournament, which is very cost effective. So if you guys can get the entry fees in the mail, that would be great. We appreciate that. And that's the way we can finalize our field and have all of our payouts listed. The expo, the 23rd, and I'm going to kind of go through rules and some rules of a lot of questions I have. Off limits is on the 23rd, the day of the rules registration. We'll kick that off at 3 p.m. at the Cedar Point Sports Center. So be prompt. If you want to come early, we'll be there early and we'll be ready to go. All the expo folks will be set up. They can start setting up at wee hours in the morning. Folks can actually stage stuff the night before, which is no problem. Couple key points we'll get into around ramps and tournaments. We'll talk about that. But a huge thank you to Shores and Island and the city of Sandusky, all those folks that help us kind of get the tournament to Sandusky Bay, Ohio. They played a pivotal role in making that happen, and they've been great along the way. They've been in communication with us every step of the way, as I have with them. So it's been a really great relationship with those folks. So thank you. Once again, the expo is 145,000 square feet. That's the entire building. There's actually food inside the expo. There's beverage inside the expo, beer, wine, etc. for those that want something besides a pop. So we have all that. So once again, if interested, just click on the website. Just want to touch base on our title sponsors real quick. Fish USA, thank you, Nick, for your participation. Miller Tech Lithium Battery, Lester, thank you. Just visited with Lester here last week. Had a great conversation with Lester. Shores and Islands, the city of Sandusky, Bass Pro Shop, B&M Poles, Docks Tackle, Power Pole, Smoker Craft, and Vic Sports Center. I was just with Tommy and Vic. I'll meet with those folks too last week. They do a tremendous job. We will have food trucks again this year. I thought food trucks went really well down at Old Hickory. So we have those folks lined up, and I'll touch base with them again. So for those that want to snack after weigh-in or a tournament, we'll make sure they're there at the desired time, so everybody has an opportunity to eat and they don't leave early. So we'll make sure we do that. So I think that was an issue last year, that they weren't there long enough and they were already gone by the time the late folks weighed in. So we'll make sure we fix that. I did post weather updates for that time of year that Bill put together the last 10 years, which I thought was very interesting. So I'll knock on wood. Hopefully we have really good weather and no issues. But obviously I will tell you folks, the colder the better. The colder, the better bite. So we're looking forward to that. As of today, we have 113 anglers that are participating in the event. I'd love to fill it to at least 125. So those of you that are undecided or on the fence yet, please jump in. This is going to be a great event. It's going to be a lot of fun. You get to learn a lot. You get to talk to a lot of folks in the industry today, and we're all there to help and educate. That's what this thing is all about too. So the folks that are fishing the major events all the time, it's about educating the club guys. And that's one thing I really want to see. And I've seen that the past 2 years, which is great. We talked about Lake Erie and the stigma of Lake Erie. I think we beat that to death, to be honest with you. Listen, there's so many cuts, so many river systems, so many harbors. Obviously, you're gonna be more protected than being in some lakes, like we talked about Grenada before. You're gonna be in good shape, no issues. You'll be fine. So if you can kind of bear with me, I want to kind of go through some rules to make sure everybody understands. So we're all on the same page, because I've had a lot of questions recently. So obviously entry fee is $300 per team or single angler. Payment by check. If you need to use Venmo, just let me know. We can offer that too as well. So off limits. Off limits starts September 9th and it comes back on Friday the 4th. So once again, off limits is September 9th and it comes back on Friday the 4th. Okay. The one other day is off limits is on the 23rd, which is registration day. We did that just so everybody can spend some time at maybe Cedar Point. There is a link out there on Facebook that I posted today. You can click on that link and get discounted tickets. So I know some folks, I think Mr. Reed asked for discounted tickets today. Just jump on the Facebook page. The link is there. If you're having problems with it, let me know. We'll get that fixed for you. There will be another live registration, so you have to be at the rules meeting. At least one of the partners, you got to be there. That will start at 3 o'clock. Once again, that's at the Cedar Point Sports Center. That's 101 Shelby Street, Sandusky, Ohio, which is in the rules. Okay. So one thing to keep in mind, this is Ohio Lake Erie waters. So we're not fishing Canada, we're not fishing in Michigan, we're not fishing in PA, we're not fishing in New York. you must travel in state. You cannot travel out of state. Okay. So meaning if you're in Ohio, you're not traveling into Michigan to find a spot that's way up in the corner to travel back into Ohio. You must stay on state lines of Ohio. So just pay attention to that. Okay. Once again, everybody will be provided a boat number like we've done in the past. Basically, this year it's going to be a little different because everybody will get their live well checks at the Shelby Street ramp. That will start at 4:30 in the morning. If you want to travel to another ramp on the Ohio side, whether it be a public or pay launch, you can do that. Okay. And the reason why we did that is just because of wind. The bay could get a little tricky. And I'm not talking, well, people will probably say there's been 4 or 5 footers, but I haven't seen it. But neither less. I just think it's important that we give the availability for folks to travel from ramp to ramp. So once again, live well checks at 4:30 in the morning at the Shelby Street ramp. Then you can proceed on to another ramp. Now, there will be flights as in years past. This time it's going to be on the honor system. Okay. So if you have a 7:30 flight time, so there's 7:30, and 8. If you have a 7:30 flight time and you're going on to Shelby Street ramp, you will proceed idle out of the bay at 7:30. We're not calling boat numbers, but do not leave until your scheduled flight time starts, okay? And the reason why we don't have marshals, there's so many ramps, we can't have people at every ramp. So it will be on the honor system. It will also be a part of the polygraph questions. So just please pay attention. Just don't leave until it's your scheduled flight, okay? And all the flight times are listed, which I will hit real quick. So once again, fishable waters. Teams must stay fish in Sandusky, Ohio, Lake Erie waters. Listen, you can hit Huron River, Black River. You can hit Portage River. There's a whole variety of areas you can go. If you look on Google Earth, you can find anything that you want. Artificial bait and live bait is permitted. We do have bait, and that will be at the Shelby Street ramp. So we have that taken care of as well, so that they're good to go there. Once again, I told you on tournament day, everybody will be checked in at the Shelby Street ramp. All right, pole limit, Ohio, 3 per person. Okay, so it does say in the rules, no more than 6 poles per boat. You can have many poles as you want in the boat. Just make sure if you're a single angler, you're fishing with no more than 3. If you're a team, you're fishing with no more than 6. 7 fish this year. We're still with 7. They must be alive. The official limit is 9 inches in Ohio. So just to let you know, it's 9 inches. A lot of places are 10 inches, but it's 9 inches. And then once again, we do have a sportsman rule in place. We don't make it a hard, fast rule because a lot of the folks have built relationships and friendships. But respect everybody where they're fishing. If you ask somebody, hey, can I fish 20 yards away from you? There's a stump that you knew and they didn't know. And if they say, yeah, then go fish it. So day 1, October 24th, live well check Shelby Street ramp. Flight times are 7, 7:30, and 8. Keep that in mind. Quit time for that is 7 is 3 p.m., 7:30 is 3:30, 8 is 4 p.m. Once again, there's no marshals calling out boat numbers. It's all on the honor system. So pay attention to that. Day 1 and day 2, everybody goes out like we've done last year. Day 3, the top 25 go out. We re-zero the weights. So the key is getting to the top 25. Then you never know what can happen. Once again, everybody will be checked at 4:30 in the morning at Shelby Street ramp. The top 25 will launch at 7 a.m. The rest of the field, the non-top 25 that's battling out for the one big slab, which is a 5-hour event, which will start at 8 o'clock until 1 p.m. We'll pay the same as last year, the top 3 places and trophies and all that fun stuff. So very similar to last year. The stage and the tents are all taken care of. The weigh-in will be pretty much like it was last year. You'll have the tubs, aeration. Weigh-in line will open at noon like it did before. I think it's very productive to do it that way to keep the weigh-in line moving. So if you have a pretty decent bag, you want to weigh in early, absolutely go ahead and do it. Keep in mind, once you weigh in, you're done for today. So I'll kind of stop there because I know that's been a lot in 15 minutes. Any questions, Ricky? Anybody have anything? Aaron, Keith, do you guys have anything that I might have missed that I should touch base on right now?
I think I'm good right now.
The main thing I'm always concerned about is boat numbers. I run the computer, and I really don't care who you are, what you've done, who you're sponsored by, but I need your boat number when you walk up there. So if you can't remember your boat number, Dan's going to provide you with a lanyard, stick it around your neck and bring it to weigh-in so we know who you are. That way it avoids me putting your weight on somebody else's line, and it avoids all kinds of confusion when we get to that top 25. I think that's it on from the computer standpoint. It's just more important to be in with your number.
Yeah, that's a huge point. 'Cause I know last year we had, and even the year before that, we've had some mishaps. But everybody should have a key fob like we've done last year. You'll have a boat number on it. Please bring that to the weigh-in line. Make sure you show that to Darcy, who's going to be doing the weigh-in, and it's communicated to the folks that are running the scales, because obviously your number is going to be attached to the name. So if I'm boat 14, they're going to call boat 14 coming to weigh-in scale. There'll be a piece of paper. It'll say Elko and Phillip. So they know who you are. And then Keith will have the same information so he can log the weight on the spreadsheet. So good call out, Keith. That's awesome. What else we got?
The other thing, we need to get these guys all firmed up, because we really would like to start building that spreadsheet as quick as possible. I mean, I know we're still a month or so out, but the less work I have to do the night before the tournament, the better things are going to be.
Yeah, it's kind of critical, folks. And, we're actually, like I said, 2 months and 2 days, but the quicker we can get all the entry fees in, I can finalize everything. Keith can get his sheets done, and we're locked and loaded. So obviously I know we could have last minute folks that want to fish. I get it. And that's great. The more, the merrier. So, but if we can kind of plan and, pre-plan and get things moving along, that will be awesome.
Yeah, one or two is not going to kill anybody at registration night, but we get 30 or 40 guys, it's going to make for a long evening for everybody.
Yeah, I think the registration meeting last year was really good. I think Kristen did a phenomenal job. Keith, your better half. You guys did a bang up job. Everybody had their paperwork filled out. Everybody pulled their boat numbers. Everybody was at the rules meeting, registration meeting. No different than last year. We're going to have a lot of stuff to give away. So be there. I want everybody to kind of walk away with at least something. Keep in mind, everybody has an opportunity to win the big slab bonus bucks from B&M Poles, which is $500 daily. So if you bring in a 3-pounder, you can win $500. B&M, Mr. Jack Wells, will be sending you guys a check. So that has been really a great. There you go. B&M bonus bucks. There you go, Ricky. But it's been awesome. So, you never know. You might not, do great at the tournament, but heck, you could bring a big slab in every day. You never know if crazier things have happened, but there's going to be some big fish caught, and I'm looking forward to that. Ricky, any questions out there just about rules? Any other questions?
No questions. Just Jamie Logan, Greg Logan saying hey, Houston saying hello. No questions. Anybody have questions? Feel free to chime in. We're here to answer them. Interactive show here.
Absolutely. The earlier we can get things ironed out, the better the rules meeting goes. Hey, Sean, how you doing, buddy? Looking forward to seeing you. Heck, I might see you this weekend, hopefully. But huge shout out to all the folks that are sponsoring and all the expo participants. So I'm going to kind of go down the list because we have a few more that have been added. So obviously B&M Poles. Thank you, Jack and team. They're actually bonus. The bonus is the $500 a day. Crappie Magnet did a sponsorship for us. Hummingbird is providing a unit, SIDI unit. Double L Seat is providing a seat like we gave away last year that Chad and his partner won. I don't know who has it, but it was really cool. Bobby Garland, Gamma Line, Miller Tech Lithium Batteries, Mike's One-Eyed Rooster Rub, ATX Lures, JK Baits. The live scanner is doing a donation. Actually, I think they're giving us 2 live scanners to give away, which is awesome.
Very good.
Outlaw Poles, Crappie Now Magazine. Fin Braided Line is doing a sponsorship for us with, I don't know if Keelan has jumped on yet, Rick.
He is.
Okay, Mr. Rick from Cast Cray will be in the house. Fish USA, Vic Sports Center. They will have a bunch of pretty Ranger boats and some other boats right in the lobby. I'm looking forward to seeing Vic and Tommy. Outlaw Lithium Bait Boys, Shores and Island, Detweiler Outdoors. Now, if you folks haven't been to Detweiler's, I did take some videos and pictures, and I haven't posted them yet, but I'll get those posted here probably tomorrow. They have a really good shop, which is sort of out by Mosquito Lake. So I spent some time visiting with those folks. Marvin had a really good time there. Duck and Drake will be there. Duck and Drake will be selling all B&M's poles. And there's actually a new sales rep out in our area that's supposed to come in and help Lori a little bit. Power Pole. Did the Power Pole move of the day last year. We have Power Pole gift certificate again, so we'll do something around that. Bass Pro did give us a lot of sponsorship stuff, which we're excited about that. Whack 'em, Stack 'em Baits. Let's see. Church of Perch, Arms Fishing, Docks Tackle, Mankey Plastic, Lil Time Lithium, Smokercraft Greg. Those folks will be there with their products and boats. Dan's Pine Between Boat Sales, the Donut Hole. How can you not want a donut? Sonar Shield, who is in the house today, Andrew. We'll talk about his product shortly. Limestone Bait Company, Division of Natural Resource will be there. Death Shiner Lures. Ergo Nets did a sponsorship for us, which is great. Cabela's Avon will actually be in the house. Cabela's is going to be there. Michelle reached out and they wanted to be a participant at the expo, so we're looking forward to that. Striker Brands again. So, folks, listen. All the anglers fishing in this event, if you want a 40% discount code for the rain gear from Strikers, you need to let me know. I posted it on Facebook before the code. If you need it, let me know. It's unbelievable. Some of the best rain gear I've ever worn. Some of the best clothing I've ever worn. I love Striker Brands. They do an amazing job. Aaron has brought on, there you go. Show it off, Ricky. It's pretty amazing. Straight Up Mounts. Aaron found Straight Up Mounts. They're going to provide, I think, Aaron a gift certificate for us. L&M Bait Company, State Line Bait Company, and Inside the Great Outdoors with Castaway Coolest. They're an AM radio show that talk about the outdoors. They've been running our segment on their show. And believe it or not, I've had people come up to me and say, hey, I heard you on Inside the Great Outdoors. So that's the list of folks that are actually coming to the expo and sponsoring us. Huge thank you to those folks. We can't do this without you. And once again, all those proceeds go right back to the anglers. So I'm really excited about it. If anybody else wants to be a part of Midwest Crappie Alliance, be a sponsor or be an expo participant at Sandusky Bay Sports Center, please go on the website, ask for a invite to the expo, and we'll be gladly get in touch with you ASAP. So, questions? Anything out there, Ricky?
Nope, just comments. Just everyone saying hello. We got Charlie saying hi from the great woods of Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Welcome in, Charlie.
Charlie, you should come out and fish with us. Any good crappie lakes up in Wisconsin, let us know. So everybody knows that 2025 is signed and in the books for Midwest Crappie Alliance. We did talk about, doing a spring and fall in 2026. So we're actively looking for lakes. I know a bunch of the directors are looking and, making calls and doing all that homework. So we want to get things lined up pretty quick. So excited about 2025. I can tell you it's just back down south. So it should be a really good time. And we're working on the invitations right now for that. And I know where my invitation's at. Honestly, I sucked at it this year, to be honest with you. But I got to get them out to you guys, and I apologize for that. And I'm going to start working on that hard and heavy this week and get them all done and mailed out. But as I asked Ricky today, the light bulb went off, and I said, "Hey, can we pre-print everything for 2025, and I can hand all the invites out at the registration meeting?" So everybody that shows up there, you are going to get an invitation for the 2025 event. So hopefully you all can show up for that one too, which is going to be awesome. Aaron, Keith, anything that you guys might want to add?
No, that's I mean, you are the man. You've got it all handled.
Just here for moral support, man.
Yeah, my job starts at Thursday at noon when everybody comes wandering into the weigh-in station.
Yeah. And folks, there's still a lot to do. I mean, we're going to really tighten things up right now. I mean, there's still things that I need to go get and things I need to do. And it's going to be a race to the finish line, but I'm excited about it. I think, this type of event in Sandusky, this big of an event has not been done on the crappie side. And I think it's going to be very interesting to see what comes to the scale. So I'm excited about it. And I know a lot of the Ohio guys are excited about it. And, be in our backyard this year, but obviously that doesn't mean stuff. The guys that are fishing this event and the gals are really good, and they'll figure it out, and they're going to do really well at this event. Okay, well, if nobody has any questions out there, Rick, I'm going to turn it over to our guest today. So just so everybody knows, Rick, you have anything real quick?
No, I got nothing for you, man.
Okay. All right, so, obviously we have two of our sponsors and vendors on the podcast tonight. So we have Mr. Keelan from Finn's Braided Line. So let's say welcome to Keelan if he's out there. Do you have him out there, Ricky? Maybe he's on mute.
It's good to see you guys, man. Live and well out here.
Hey, Keelan, how you doing? And we also have Andrew from Sonar Shield. So, Andrew, we'll start with you first, and Keelan, we'll get to you second. So, really, you're going to be at the expo. Just really talk to everybody out there and the team here at Midwest. What you've been doing, what's up new with Sonar Shield, what's new, and what we're going to see come October.
All right, guys. Hey, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. I appreciate being on here. We're looking forward to coming to the expo. Again, I'm Andrew Haynes, Sonar Shield. We started out about 4 years ago bringing covers for forward-facing sonars and visors for fish finder screens. It's been a long time coming. We started with machine printing, and now we're injection molding most of all of our products. What is Sonar Shield? Sonar Shield is a cover just to protect your transducers. They're very expensive pieces of equipment. Most of everyone watching and you guys on the podcast right now, if you pick up your cell phones, I would be willing to bet you have a cover, some type of cover on your cell phone. That cell phone's probably pretty expensive. So Sonar Shield's whole gimmick, everything is just you cover your cell phone. So why wouldn't you cover your transducer? A lot of these anglers, you see them all the time on YouTube, Facebook. Oh, I'm getting ghost readings on my sonar. I can't see it. Why is my image not clear? And they don't realize that they're pulling these fish finders, they're pulling these transducers on their boat behind their truck. And let's face facts, a lot of times where these boat launches are, it could be a gravel road leading up to it. It could, there could be thick brush you have to drive by, and it's scratching up your equipment. And again, you can ask a lot of marine installers out there. They'll tell you that the number one problem they're having is we are not maintaining our equipment. We are not maintaining these transducers. They get scratched, they get dirty, and people just plop them in the water figuring it's going to be all right. But they're an extremely sensitive piece of equipment. The crystals inside really need to be taken care of. Any kind of impacts to these things is really detrimental to your readings. So if you're ever having an off reading, I would check the condition of your sonar equipment. That's really the number one cause. So a lot of people don't realize it. You're kicking up rocks, throwing branches, or if you have, your transducers on like some type of pole so you can scan it around, you're just taking that off, throwing it inside your boat. It's getting jumbled up with all your other equipment, getting scratched, getting hit. If you have kids like mine, they climb in your boat, they treat it like a playground, and they don't realize that they're kicking a $2,000 piece of, really sensitive fishing equipment. So that's the solution we provided, and that's also how we started the business. Was, I was just out with my buddy on the boat, and we decided, hey, yeah, why aren't these things protected? We protect our $1,000 iPhones. Why not protect these $1,000 transducers? So that's kind of what sparked the Sonar Shield idea. And after a lot of research, development, testing, that's where we are today. You can see over my shoulder here. It's a nice example of what it looks like. Our visors are on this side down here. What you're going to see from us at the expo, we're going to bring a whole lot of fish finder graphs with different visors on them. We're going to bring a few different, right there you go. We're going to bring that so you guys can test it out, look at it, and actually see how the sun is preventing the glare, preventing the glare on your screen. That's really important for us, for you guys to get hands-on with this stuff so you can feel the thickness of the visor, feel how strong this equipment is. Because now the price point is, $40 is kind of standard, and it goes up and down, but we wanted to deliver the customers a product that is strong, it feels good, it's heavy, it's not going to break, it's going to protect your stuff. So at the expo, you get to have a nice hands-on experience, playing around with it, again, checking it out. And then we're going to have a few different types of forward-facing transducers. So you can check out our Sonar Shield on them. You can test the latch out. You can click it up and down. And we're also going to have a little example set up to where you can actually drop some debris on the Sonar Shield that's covering a transducer. We're that confident that it's going to shield your equipment. So kind of let you play around with it, get it scratched up, see what they can take. Because I think the most important thing to all of us anglers is, will this gear withstand? How is this gear going to hold up year after year with storing the boat and just fishing fishing with the boat, getting on and off the lake? You want quality equipment if you're going to invest in something. So it's just a good chance for you guys to check it out, mess with it. We will have product with us if anyone wants to buy. Again, a lot of you guys are traveling an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, if not more. Everything is flying up off the road right on your boats. It's kicking this equipment around. So this is an awesome chance for you to get to test it, see that it works, maybe pick one up. It'd be nice to meet everybody. The other kind of
Drew, if you don't mind me asking,
sure.
If somebody, you're mentioning stuff at the show there, and obviously if they want to get a little more hands-on experience with like what you have to offer, they'll see it there at the show and can probably purchase them at the show, I'm guessing.
Right, they can.
But if they wanted to get on it right away, where do they go to purchase them right now?
Yeah, outstanding. Thank you. If you want to purchase it right now, there's two places you can go. You can head over to fishusa.com and you can get our LVS 34 live scope transducer cover. Just go to fishusa.com, type in Sonar Shield, will pop right up. That is sold exclusively through them. If you want to check out the rest of our line for forward-facing transducer covers and visors, just head to the link above me, thesonarshield.com, thesonarshield.com, and you can check out our full line of products.
Yeah, I might have to pick up a couple myself.
Well, I can tell you, I have the LSV 34 shield, and it's awesome. It's very easy to use, snaps in place great. It wouldn't hurt to have spares because you never know, and that's what I will do, because I will end up getting another one when I'm at the expo. But it's a great product. You're right, it does protect your investment, and that's key for everybody. So if you're running down the road and nothing on it, you might want to consider it. So Andrew, that's good stuff. Any possibility of any giveaways at the expo? Anything fun for the anglers and the folks coming to see you?
Yeah, we actually have a couple of different giveaways we're getting into or
A
plan
boat?
on giving you.
Giving a boat?
Um,
I heard.
I wish. Soon. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so we're probably gonna give away a couple sonar shields, absolutely, for everyone to test. And I didn't get a chance to send it in to you guys, but we will have a few. We got a carpet measurement decals with our logo on it, and then it has a measuring tape at the bottom up to 24 inches. We'll be giving away a few of those to different people. Maybe we'll have
Awesome.
some different challenges. If you can break a sonar shield, you can get one or something. We'll try to make it fun for everyone.
That's awesome. That's good stuff. We listen. We appreciate you coming there, and I know, Gus hooked me up with you, and he mentioned you, and I know you guys were out fishing, and he called me, and you wanted to be a part of the expo. So we really appreciate you kind of being a part of it, and it means a lot.
Yeah, no doubt. Huge thanks to Gus G&G Marine, awesome guy, and Fish USA, man. It's all about helping each other out. So I appreciate you having me.
Absolutely. Any questions, Ricky, for Andrew out there? Anybody have anything for Andrew?
I'm not seeing any. Let's see here. Let me scroll through here. We got some testimonials. David John loves his shield. There you go.
Awesome.
Devin
Awesome.
says my sonar shield has definitely been put to use. Beth is saying she sonar shield is awesome. So there
guys
you
are
go.
great.
Some tried and true users out there loving the product. So
Hey, thank you
get
guys. I
you
appreciate
one.
that.
The sonarshield.com.
We should actually put one on a poll and see if we can have a dock shooting contest to see if someone can break it with a lead jig.
Let's do it. Let's do it. We'll give a carpet decal to anyone who can do it.
There you go.
The carpet decals are live on the website right now as well.
Awesome. Love my shield. There, you got a huge following already, Andrew. That's awesome.
Outstanding. Hey, I appreciate everyone coming. I try to give you guys a little shout out on what we have going on social media. So I appreciate everyone coming in and showing some love. That's great.
Yeah, and one thing everybody needs to keep in mind, for the expo, everything is free for everybody out there. So we're not charging for parking. We're not charging for admission to come into the expo, where most people do that. With the way the economy is today, we want everything to be cost effective. So bring your families out, look at the latest and greatest in industry today, just like Sonar Shield is talking about. Come out and check it out. Bring your families. There's food on site. There'll be a lot of folks to look at, and once again, it's free. How can you beat that? All right, Ricky, Andrew, any last comments? Do you have anything lastly to say? And we're going to move on.
Nope, nothing on my end.
Nothing
All right.
here. Thank you guys.
Hey, no, thank you. Appreciate it. Next up, we have Keelan from Finn's Braid. Keelan, you were at the Old Hickory Expo last year. That's where I kind of met you, and we started talking about, the crappie braiding industry today and all the other braid that you guys offer. Why don't you kind of run us through Finn's and, what you've been doing for the last year and what's new in the future?
Killian, your mic. There you go.
Boom,
Perfect.
I got you.
You're on it.
Yeah,
What's
well,
up?
my
Hey,
name's
before
Killian.
we
I'm
start,
with Finn-
is it Killian? Is it Killian or Killian? Killian.
It's
How do you say it?
Killian.
Killian.
Killian. Okay, got it.
It's all good. It's a wild one. I'm with Finn's Braid. You see that right there? And Finn's Braid, guys, is it's an American braid manufacturer. We're based out of Erlanger, Kentucky. Dave the Braid Man Birch, basically, guys, a little short history. When the Spectra fiber was first created, they looked for somebody with some braiding experience. Dave's older brother actually was an industrial braider and retired out as one of the youngest successful people, like Fortune, Forbes 40 under 40. And the two of them came together and started braiding Spectra fiber for the very first time in the early 90s. And we were an OEM manufacturer producing products for tons of companies, but basically it came out of the spider wire and then on and on. And, we just kind of stuck with that for a long time. And we were backdooring quality product out the back because people would be like, hey, can we have a batch of 15-pound and, light green for the waters of Texas? And we'd do that type of contract work. That's really where Finn's sprang from. We took our braiding expertise and kind of said, what would the perfect, recipe look like if we were to use what we've learned over the decades building product for other people? And Wind Tamer is kind of our signature formula. It's in fact what the crappie braid is. So when you're out there and you see, our Finn's crappie braid, product here, it's a Wind Tamer braiding structure, and it's in its lowest tensiles. This is a product that doesn't want to wrap on your guides, doesn't want to get all hung up on your tip. It's going to perform a lot more like a monofilament line in its characteristics than you're going to see with a lot of the more limp 8-strand products. So in the really micro diameters, you get a lot more control over that line, a lot of good knot setting. There's a polyurethane coat that's on about 90% of our products, including the crappie. What that's going to do is kind of act like a little slick coating, and it keeps the fibers from really taking the abrasion and damage, and you don't see all those little leg hairs that stick off when your product gets a little roughed up. So that's the long and skinny of it. The crappie is available in 4, 8, and 12. The breaking strengths are like 9, 15, and about 20, 21 pounds on those products. So you really are talking about something with a really tiny diameter with double the breaking strength listed. And that's a consistency through every single inch of it that we're producing. And that's kind of where I like to state there's like a little bit of that American exceptionalism that comes with my plant in Kentucky. Really dedicated employees that we have there. The 3 individuals that manage the actual braiding room and the machines and keep them fully operational, we've had them for 24 years. So the way we treat our own team and the quality that they, bring to work every day and help turn out is just kind of the recipe of something we've done right. I came into this situation about 2 years ago, and Finn's braid was shown to me, and I'm fortunate enough to capture this awesome position that I have. And when I look behind the scenes of what we had, guys, I was astounded. I found like an American manufacturer still doing it all in-house, sending people home at reasonable hours, paying people well. And like I said, the tenure of our employees told me that I landed in a safe space and I was working in a good group of people. And I think if you fish with our products, it's a testimony to how serious we take what we do. And I think a little bit of our decorated manufacturing past speaks volumes to the fact that we're not a mad scientist with one crazy formula with some cockeyed idea that we launched in the middle of the night. This is built on millions of responses of feedback to dozens of multi-million-dollar companies related to the products that we've produced as a co-packer for them, as well as our own products. So I tend to think there's really not anybody out there who has quite the pedigree in building braided line products. And as far as I've seen it, taking this crappie product into your guys' home and what you guys are up to, I've seen nothing but pretty awesome response. And I've turned even a handful of anglers onto braid that were kind of basically writing it off due to some of the troubles they had seen in the past. So we're going to have product, out at the event, and want everybody to kind of be able to get their hands on some of it, see it, feel it, fish it. And, I think if you need to learn, a little bit more about it, you can check us out at finsfishing.com. A lot of good resources there to kind of dig around. And if you have any more specific questions or want to get a little more technical or, whatever, reach out to Dan and he'll connect the dots and get you and I, linked up and I can answer any questions anybody has. And, even
Ricky,
there you go.
Rick, any questions from anybody? Aaron, Keith, anything? Rick, you have questions? I know I do.
No questions in the chat. I'll say Finn sponsors our show. We're also a retailer for Finn's, and the response has been awesome. I've heard nothing but I've heard a lot of negative things when it comes to braid, especially when you're in the real small diameter stuff. And this stuff is awesome. I use it myself. And it's the bomb. We have it in 4, was it 4, 6, 8, and 12, Killian?
I got 4, 8, and 12. Now, if you're particular on a 6-pound line, this is a wind tamer formula. So if you just migrate back over to to the wind tamer line of products, you'll be able to grab it in a 6. But I always kind of look at it like 4 and 8 have enough of like a binary separation between what the one is and what the other one is. Kind of 6 was like either a sweet spot or kind of mushy in the middle. So it's like, I feel like, and I'm not the expert, you guys are, but if you're thick in the brush and you got things wrapping up and you want to snap twigs and pull things out with structure, maybe you lean on that 8 side. And when, the guys are really trying to be super accurate, longer casts or deeper water, you can use that 4 and still horse a fish. It's a 9-pound, break strength. So give yourself a decent, quality knot, and you're going to recover, several pounds of breaking strength out of it.
And as opposed to like mono, the from 4 to 8 is literally like 0.5 of a difference diameter.
Absolutely.
So
you're at 0.004, for the 4-pound, and you're at 0.005 for the 8-pound. It's you can use that 8.
Yeah, honestly, it's hard to see with the naked eye the difference, and you're like, you know what I mean? So I use 8 most of the time, but good stuff.
Yeah, that's where I was going to go with the 6-pound. Because a lot of folks like to fish with 6-pound mono, and that 6-pound is always in the back of everybody's mind.
Yeah.
So you're right, Keelan. You just move over to the wind tamer side.
It's the same thing. Yeah. Well, the only thing we did different there, guys, was if we wanted to kind of really get immersed a little bit more into what was going on, and if we put the identity of the crappie on the box, we down spool it only to 100 yards and not the 150, which also targets a little better price point, allows you to kind of put it into a little more of a sweet spot. That was really all we did there, with that crappie product, and it lands in the freshwater stores a little better. It does hit home, and as Rick had said, everywhere we put it, it somehow just it gets out in front of a lot of our other products. So I know we're pretty excited about seeing where this one goes.
Yeah, that's awesome. Listen, honestly, we appreciate you, being a sponsor for the event. Hopefully we'll see you as a participant in 2025, since we'll be closer to your neck of the woods. We'll be back down south. So hopefully we'll let you know that here. Well, we'll announce it at the expo. So you will know from there. But, Aaron, Keith, you guys are fishing all the time. And any questions for Keelan? Heck, I don't even know if you guys fish any braid. Aaron, do you fish braid?
Aaron, go ahead. I had you muted. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, I do. And actually, I'm out of Kentucky also. Help manage a boat dealership. We sell a lot of fishing products. I need to get with you and maybe see about stocking some of your products in our store, and see if I can help you get it around our area a little bit.
That'd be awesome. If you're in Kentucky, we got you. We're going to take care for sure.
Yeah, I'll come see you at the expo. I'll be up there for sure. So.
Yeah.
Any questions anybody has that's viewing? I mean, this is an interactive show, so feel free to type your comments below, and we'll do our best to answer those.
And Aaron, I'll pass all the information on to you so you guys can connect even before that. So
thanks, Dan.
Yeah, you're welcome, buddy. We appreciate you being a part of what we're doing. Ask some questions. We'd love to have some interaction. That would be great. It doesn't matter what the question is. We'll answer it until you get something, Rick. Really, once again, if everybody can please get in their entry fees, that would be great. I hate bothering everybody with emails all the time, but I just try to keep things in front of folks just because I know life is very busy for everybody. So don't take offense to it. I'm just trying to keep everything in front of everybody. So if you guys can do that, or heck, you hit me up and say, hey, Dan, I'm definitely coming, but I'm going to need a little bit of time to get you to $300. I understand that too. We're more than willing to work with everybody. So we just want to finalize the paperwork and the really the payouts that we have going on the sheets and everything that Keith needs as well. So is the expo open to the public? Absolutely, Neil, and it's free to the public. Cedar Point Sports Center, Ricky has online. There's no charge for parking. There's no charge to walk through the doors. We love to have you and your family come out and everybody come out. So,
and it's
absolutely.
free.
It's free. Most folks don't do that. Either you're paying for one or the other or both, right, Rick? As many expos that we do.
That's right.
There's a cost to doing it. Honestly, we want to give back. Our whole mission, and it's in our mission statement, we want to give back to the community. It's important to us. We've done that everywhere we've been, and we want to give back to folks. So it's free to everybody to come and visit the show and be a part of the show. What else you got there, Ricky?
That's it. Quiet crowd tonight.
I figured if we'd go later, Rick, we'd get more people involved. That's what I was hoping for.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a good amount on here watching live, but crickets as far as comments.
Well, listen, I'll just want to thank Keelan and Andrew for coming on. We'll probably have a few more lives as we go through this. It means a lot that you guys want to be a part of Midwest Crappie Alliance. It really does. I think about this when we started this thing. I don't know, geez, it's our third year, so let's say 4 years ago. It's been one heck of a ride. Just the folks that want to be involved. We were kind of going through a list. Bill is very, what's the word I can use, Keith? Very anal about how he documents things and how he tracks things, which is great, right? He's going through everybody that's been there 3 years in a row and, paying homage to all that. Listen, I appreciate every one of you. All you anglers that come out, love it, man. I love being a part of it. I love being there with you. A lot of people ask, why do I fish? Technically, I just want to be a part of the process. Even though, Sandusky Bay is 2 hours away from me, guys, I just want to be a part of it. I'm not looking to win anything. I enjoy just the fellowship, I will use, and just being a part of everybody. It's great. Just to talk about the stories, talk about what folks are doing, how we can improve. Listen, I got thick skin. If you think we're doing something wrong, hey, tell me. We want to have a cost-effective tournament that doesn't hurt folks. No elimination to the tournaments. You pay, you play. I don't want anybody going home upset or mad. And you have a chance to win something every single day. And I hope we've created something in the industry and the market today that, folks really enjoy and they like. So more the merrier. If you want to be a part of it and come out and fish, you want to learn, don't be afraid. And we're here to educate and help too. That's why, Ricky does a ton of expos. I do a ton of expos with Bill. We go around everywhere. We're here to educate and train and help folks. And our way might not be the way that you're accustomed to fishing, but all we ask is, give it a try. You never know. I learn something new every year, folks. I really do. I try to get out of my comfort zone, and I'm getting to be an old guy, and all the live scopers and Andrew's talking about Shoner Shield and the live imaging stuff. Man, I'm just trying to hold on. I'm not one that will say I'm really great at it. I understand it. But I use it for a search engine for myself. I find it hard for me to throw 50 feet out, 60 feet out and track my jig, which, my eyes stink anyways. So, but, I enjoy the product. I don't, there's been a lot of stuff with Bass side of the world talking about live sonar, whether it should be banned and we shouldn't be using it. But I don't think it's ever going to go away. I even think Caps and Coleman, Ronnie Cap said something today I saw on Facebook, just talking about it. I think it's here to stay. And I don't use it the way the young guns do. And I'm sure the older generation doesn't either. I get to learn and be educated by the tool. So I appreciate everybody. Ricky, if there's no other questions out there, I just want to thank everybody being a part of Midwest. Once again, get your entry fees in. We're still working hard. We have a little bit over 2 months to go. And we'll do a couple more lives, and I appreciate Ricky for doing this. So, Ricky, if there's nothing else, I will let you end this podcast. And I want to thank all the directors too, as well, Aaron and Keith, for being a part of it. And that's what I got.
Well, again, thanks for everyone to everyone for joining in today. And a quick reminder here that you're going to want to go to the website, MidwestCrappieAlliance.com. It's scrolling down on the bottom of your screen. If you have an interest in becoming an exhibitor, the first link there under Expo, just click Become an Exhibitor. There's a quick form there that you fill out. We'll get that, and we'll get you in touch with the right information. Same as it goes with the Invitational. If you wish to participate and compete in the actual tournament itself, there's rules. We're going to post results there. There's information, everything you need. If you want to even be in it and you're not yet invited, you can request an invite there, and we'll get you in touch with the proper information as well. So
Hey,
thanks
Ricky.
again. Yes, sir.
There's a couple questions in the chat. Someone saying Drew Haynes.
I see this one. Is that one? Do you have a recommended knot for attaching mono leader to your braid, Killian?
There's a lot of answers to that. I'm a uni person myself. I think that's probably fairly appropriate, but I'm sure a lot of you guys have much more professional and competent knots than that. But that's what's always worked for me. Doesn't fly through the guides as nice as everything, but it's something I can do basically in the dark.
Is there a knot that you should not tie with braid?
I'm sure there is.
A granny knot? A granny knot.
I don't know. You know, if you can't tie a knot, tie a lot. We thought about that as a slogan, but the Palomar is you know, it works decently. It works just fine with the product. But that's kind of my go-to is just uni, trim it up real nice. I usually, for most of the style of fishing I'm doing down here in Florida, my leaders are not too cumbersome, so that setup works fine for me. If you had a longer leader and you needed to pull a lot more of it in your guides, you probably want something, a little more, smooth, but that works for me.
Let's see. I can answer the Army question. Shout out to Roy if you want. Is there something else out there, Ricky?
I don't see any on my end. No.
There's a shout out. I can answer the Army question and shout out Roy if you want. It's from Drew Haynes again.
Oh, okay. For some reason, it's ghosted on my end. I'm not seeing it.
Okay. Drew, if you can ask the question in the chat, that's the way I can at least see it. I don't know if Ricky can see it.
Yeah, so I shot you a private chat there in our podcast thing, just to let you know there was a couple questions. Drew Haynes is me. I also go by Drew.
Okay.
I seen a couple guys asked about a knot. I didn't want you guys to exit the podcast without answering the question there. Just real quick, I just wanted to shout out Roy. He's from Kayak Magazine. Awesome guy. We have a feature coming in September in his magazine, featuring the active target cover that we have. And then I seen someone ask the question. Yes, I was in the Army. Me and my wife were both co-founders of this business. She was a Army quartermaster, and I was an Army military police officer. So it is a owned and operated veteran business right here in the United States, State College, Pennsylvania.
That's awesome. We appreciate your service. Did not know that, so we appreciate that. Someone did ask that question right after you said that.
Yeah, I meant to include that in my spiel, but I didn't get to it.
It's all good.
That's okay. It's all good. Hey, this is open format.
Yeah.
So
trying to spread the word about the product, the great expo, and kind of forgot is what it is.
that's okay. That's fine. So, couple things. Ricky, if there's nothing else out there, we're gonna, we'll be an hour in here shortly, which is awesome. So once again, Rick, appreciate your time. I know you give up a lot of time with your family and stuff to help us do this. So, I appreciate it a lot. It means a lot to me. So, Ricky will be at the expo with all of his latest and greatest stuff too. So check him out. There's gonna be a lot of folks there. So I'm looking forward to seeing everybody and what everybody has to offer. So it will be a lot of fun. Right. So thanks everybody. Appreciate it. Ricky, I'll let you end the show. And if anybody needs anything, you know where to find me. You can IM me, call my phone number. It's out there. Just find me.
Sounds good, man. Yeah, thanks again. You got the outro there before. Head to the website if you have any questions. Sign up. We hope to see everyone out there at the Expo Center there. Cedar Point Sports Center here come October. Looking forward to it. We'll see you guys later. Have a great night.
Are you looking to promote and gain exposure for your product or service to the fishing community? We have an opportunity for you. Introducing the 2024 Midwest Crappie Alliance Shootout and Expo. We're coming to Sandusky, Ohio, and we'll be featuring a huge fishing expo with some of the industry's hottest and innovative fishing brands and products. Also, one of the largest crappie tournaments in the country, where nation's top crappie anglers compete head-to-head for a massive cash prize and trophy. Are you